In this video, we're going to show you to install the ignition coil on your Toyota Camry located on the inside of the driver's fender. Use a 12mm wrench to loosen the bolt on the terminal. Go ahead and give that a wiggle, pull it off and set it aside. I'm going to go ahead and remove our airbox lid here. Disconnect the two little clamps. Come on over to the hose side here. I'm going to use a 10mm. Loosen this clamp. On the back side over here, there's a 10mm bolt. I want to go ahead and loosen and remove this. Disconnect the ignition coil wire here. Disconnect the connector on the air intake charge temp sensor. I'm going to press down on this little tab on the back side. On the back side of the airbox, want to disconnect the little clamps like we did on the top front. Now that we have the clamps off all around, we'll go ahead and pop our lid off. Set that aside. Remove the air filter, set that aside. In the bottom of our airbox, we have three 10mm bolts we want to go ahead, loosen, and remove. Once you have all three of these out, I want to go ahead and remove the lower airbox. On the top of the coil, I want to disconnect the connector here, press it on the little tab, pull that off. On the front side of the coil, there's going to be 4 Phillips head screws securing the coil to the bracket. Loosen and remove these screws. Take your ignition coil. I'm going to go ahead and pop a screw in there. Go ahead and line that up. Just going to get that screw started a couple threads. Now, there's no particular pattern on how to put these screws in. It doesn't matter what order or anything, you just want to get those all started. It's best to start them all loosely so you can make sure that you get all 4 of the screws lined up and caught. And then once you get them all started, you want to go ahead and snug it down. Once those screws bottom out, just snug them down gently. Grab that electrical connector, line that up on top. Push it down, you can hear it and feel it snap into place. Install the lower air box. You want to make sure that the intake tube lines up with the lower box and slide that into place. Get the 3 bolts started. Once you have these started, we can go ahead and snug those down. Drop in the air filter. Going to install our airbox lid. Once you get that lid lined up, install your 4 clamps. Press that on, you'll feel it click into place. Bring the ignition coil wire over, line that up. You're going to line up the little connector tab here with the side of the coil. There's a little tab sticking out. Push it down and then just gently pull up on it and make sure it's locked into place. Install the ground terminal, twist that down. Going to tighten down the nut. Now once this nut bottoms out, you want to give it a little bit more. You want to make sure it's good and snug, but you don't want to over tighten it. You can damage the terminal end if you over tighten it. So snug that down, give this a wiggle, make sure it doesn't twist on that post. If it does twist, go ahead and tighten this down a little bit more and then check it again. Ours is good, we're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.